Hey everyone, welcome to Soulfish. I am super glad you are here. Yes, we're here. I've had some emails asking why aren't you doing as many soul vids anymore, and it's because we have a whole new bunch of stuff I want to share with you that we've been putting together, and today is really no different. I want to start some of that process up. So from an energy sensitive perspective, you know, what's been going on? If you guys have seen some of our daily energy readings, what I'm really trying to accomplish there is saying, here's the energy of what's going on today, and what can we do? What can the individual do? What can I do to affect a change? In other words, when I'm feeling this stimulus, what can I do to affect a change? That means you have to be aware. That means you have to be aware of more than just you, right? It means you're sensitive to where you are in your space and what you're holding, but then you're also aware and sensitive to what you're feeling and seeing and witnessing around you, right? So to do that doesn't mean you're an energy sensitive dude. It just means that you're aware, you're being conscious, you're trying to say, what's going on here? You're looking at things and to say, hey, how can I be in harmony, right, with the situation? So what's special about today? Why am I sharing what I'm sharing today? Because for my empathic friends, for my highly sensitive people friends, from those guys who are tapped in a little different, a little tweaked in, you're going to find that over the last week it's been a lot of zhuzh. It's been really heavy. You're going to find a lot of heavy energy to it. And I'm stating this today because we're coming out of that, and I want you to be aware of that, give you some hope, some validation, letting you know that you're almost done with this energy enema, right? But this is the lesson, and you know, I find these events kind of like little reminders, and maybe you can see this too. You know, based on what you're feeling from everything around you, right? And it's a heavy energy, it's a dense energy. It's shaking things up a little bit. It makes you feel really uncomfortable, question things, right? And some of these feelings and these emotions and this energy that you're feeling obviously doesn't belong to you, so you're tapped in, but yet because you have these little things left in you that are still triggers, these little hurts, what have you, doubts, then all of a sudden you become activated in this kind of negative space, right? So I'm sharing this with you to say, you know, it's time for you to be aware, to be conscious, to understand that you can be affected in a negative way, but it doesn't mean that you have to put out this negative vibe back out. So, you know, in our daily energy reading today, right, we're talking about how, you know, have you waved at somebody and they're exuding kind of really bad juju, and you wave at them and they don't wave back, and they kind of have this pissy look on their face, or you hold the elevator open for somebody or a door and they rush in, rush out, or whatever, don't say thank you. You know, the only thing they didn't do is just kind of like slap you in the face as they walk by, you know, and you think to yourself, you know, what's up with this? Like, the more I seem to put out this kind of good stuff, the more it's really not reciprocated. And that's this whole practice, right? It's not about them. You're not, you know, don't choose to do kind acts because of them. You're choosing to do kind acts because kind acts are needed, and you're good at it. It's not a matter of, you know, it's not oh, you get a kind act because you smiled at me. Oh, you don't. Oh, sorry, you don't, because you didn't smile at me. You know, you can't do that. Like, either you are doing kind acts and that feels right to you and it helps you to lift you, and in lifting you it does lift everyone else, or you don't. So I want to help you in a way of like saying, like, put my arms around you and say it's all good. Like, understand that this is our role, that this is what we walk through, that it's okay, that you can do this thing. You wouldn't have been given these gifts if you couldn't handle them. So it doesn't mean it's easy, and it doesn't mean that you got the right textbook, but guess what? You can still do this gig. So, you know, in this time, just be careful that what you're witnessing, what you're seeing, you know, ultimately what helped me make better decisions was ultimately I just said, do I want to increase anger, increase depression, increase sadness? Do I want to, you know, do I want to work for that? Or do I want to increase happiness? Do I want to increase fulfillment? Do I want to increase satisfaction? Do I want to increase connection with Source and Spirit? or do I want to do that? Understand, I didn't say not do something, because you can't not do something. You have to choose and commit to a course. So choose to a positive course. It's not about somebody else, it's about what you do, how you feel, and what acts you do. And that will keep you lifted. And we all need that. I need you lifted. The world needs you lifted. Much love.